Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this just purple, pinky, summertime look. If you like what you see, then please keep watching. And if you do enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will also link my Instagram down below if you want to follow me there. So yeah, let's just jump right in. What we're gonna do first is I'm gonna prime my face. I've already moisturized. I did that after I washed my face. We're just gonna use this Maybelline Master Prime. It's the Blur and Smooth one. I like this one because my face gets really oily whenever I wear foundation, and this just kind of keeps that from happening, and it also kind of minimizes your pores as well. Next, we're going to take our damp sponge and we're just going to go in with foundation. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape foundation, the hydrating one. I've heard a lot of different stuff about this one. I really like it. The coverage is pretty buildable. Okay, so that is one layer. And honestly, it looks pretty good, but just because I'm having some like issues on my forehead and stuff, I'm just gonna put like a little bit more on, and then we'll go back in with concealer too. Okay, for concealer, we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is in the shade Fair. Now we're gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer under our eyes, and I'm using Fair. I also use my concealer as like a eyeshadow primer. I'm going to take this Airspun powder, and then I'm going to take this little Real Techniques contour brush, and then we're going to set our eyes. Now that our eyelids are set, we're going to bake a little bit, and I'm just going to take this little pointed sponge to get under my eyes. And then we'll just put like a little bit on our smile lines to set those in place, because I laugh and smile a lot, and if I don't set those, then I just have permanent lines like in my foundation, and that's kind of frustrating. And a little on the forehead just to set that, and then a little on the chin. I'm gonna go ahead and brush off this. We're gonna be using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. We're going to take this shade right here and use it as our transition shade, that kind of orangey color. I know that probably looks kind of crazy for a transition shade, but with the look we're doing, it'll actually work a lot better than more of like a neutral one. We're going to use the Morphe, 39A, the Dare to Create palette. We're gonna go in with like this red shade right here, that like bright red. So let's take that red color and put that, or start to place that in the outer corner. I'm just like swirling my brush around, so I'm kind of blending it as I go, I guess. And then take that into the crease a little bit. Then do the same thing to the other side. We're going to take that first shade that we put in our crease, and we're just going to blend out what we just did. But you kind of lose a little bit of the red when you do that, and we want it to be pretty bright, so you might have to go back in. We're going to take some more of that red, and instead of doing it just on the outer, kind of like I just did, we're going to put some of that in the inner corner too, and do kind of a halo eye. And then we're going to blend that again. Since we're doing more of like a halo eye now, we're gonna take this like fuchsia pinky purple color right here. We're gonna put that like right here. Okay, it should be looking something like this. Now we're just gonna keep blending. Take that first brush that we use, kind of go back over our crease, and of course you're gonna have to put some of the red back in because you lost a little bit of it in the pink color that you just put on. A lot of times with looks like this, you just have to keep going back in with colors that you've already used, because in order to make them look like really well blended together, you kind of lose some of the pigmentation of each color. So you just have to go back in. I think it's coming along pretty nicely. I'm not really sure where I'm going with it, but we'll see. Okay, we're just gonna take like a thin little brush like this, and I'm gonna spray it, and we're gonna pack on this like shimmery purple color right there, and we're gonna do that like right in the middle, which is gonna be like for our halo. I mean, whenever you spray your brush before you put those colors on, they show up really well. Okay, we're just gonna place that in the middle, kind of like that, and take it up to the crease, but not like all the way, just take it almost to the crease. And then we're gonna spray the brush again and do the same thing to the other side. Now we're gonna go back in with that red. Okay, now we're gonna take some more of that pink and blend out the purple we put in the middle. Now we're gonna blend out the crease again. Doing a lot of blending. Before we do anything else to our eyes, I'm gonna take that same brush from Real Techniques that we used to set our eyes to brush away the bait. And I like tap that into my nose concealer too, just to kind of set around my nose. Now we're going to contour. I'm gonna use this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, but I'm gonna use this e.l.f. complexion brush. I always use this brush for my bronzer. It just looks like that. It works really well. And this is a really good bronzer. I use this bronzer to kind of contour and bronze. And I like to bronze my forehead just because I have a really big forehead and it helps make it look a little smaller. Okay, and then bronze a little under the jaw because I'm not trying to like contour my nose too much. I'm just kind of bronzing up the sides so that you can actually tell my nose is still there. Nothing too dramatic. I'm just not really into nose contouring. Okay, now for blush, I'm going to use this Mary Kay Mineral Cheek Color in Strawberry Cream. It looks really bright, but it's not that bright, and it's kind of shimmery. It's really pretty. I'm just mainly focusing on the apples of my cheeks. Okay. Now I'm going to set my face before I put on highlighter with that Milani Make It Last spray. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild highlighter that I just got. It was only $4.99. It's in the shade Precious Petals. Looks like this. It's really pretty. See? Works really good. I just recently got it, but I like it so far. Now, we're going to do down the nose a little bit. We're going to do like on the bridge, right there. And then we're going to do just on the tip of the nose. And then I'm going to take a little small brush like this and do just a little bit on the Cupid's bow. We're going to use this Laura Geller in Peach Glow. I like this for the brow bone just because it's really bright. For brows, we're going to use this NYX Taman Frame and Espresso because I have really dark brows. And let me grab out a spoolie and just like an angled brow brush. Get some of that. I'm not doing like really heavy brows today. We're gonna set them with the NYX Control Freak Clear Brow Gel. I never really do my brows like super heavy. I just kind of fill them in and make them look a little neater, just because I have like really thick brows as it is, and I don't like making them look thicker than they already are. Now that brows and everything are done, we are going to go back in with some of the colors that we've already used on our eye. We're gonna take the brush in the red that we put on, and we're just gonna blend that kind of right here, just under the eye. And then we're gonna take a little bit of the pink too. Just kind of put that in the middle right there. And then we're gonna take the blending brush that we first used in our crease with this orangey color, and we're gonna kind of blend underneath those. We're gonna take that little packing brush that we put the purple on with, and we're gonna go back into that shimmery purple that's down on the bottom. We're gonna put that like right underneath where the purple is on the top of our eye, except on our lower lash line. Okay, now with that same brush for the purple one more time, we're just gonna kind of tap on top of what we already put on the top part of our eye, just like towards the lash line, just to bring it out a little bit more, since we kind of lost some of the pigmentation while we were blending. Now you can see that purple a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna take that orange and just blend out the crease one more time. Okay, next is a step that you don't have to do. It's just a step that I like to do. I'm just gonna take just any black. I'm gonna use this one in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and we're just gonna tap into it with like a small brush like this. And I'm gonna use it to kind of tightline, but I'm not gonna put it like on my upper waterline, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna kind of like press it into my eyelashes just to make them a little thicker for whenever I put on mascara, because I'm not wearing falsies today. Okay, now I've just got like some little spots on my face that I want to dust off, because I guess I've just made such a mess today. Now, before we put on mascara, I'm going to set my face one more time, because I don't use waterproof mascara and it just makes a mess if I set my face after I do it. So we're going to set our face first. For mascara, I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Just pop some of that on real quick. For lips, I'm just going to be using my Buxom lip gloss in Claire, just because it's a pinky, nudie, purple color, and it's kind of sheer. It's just my go-to lip gloss. Okay, that's our look. Here is the final product.